is this throttle wants to connect itself. Well, now I just started to get some diesel bubbling out of that right there. Not much. Alright, I started to get some diesel bubbling out of all three of these bad boys. So what happens if I turn this? Yes, I know you are unhappy. If I turn this throttle up all the way. So it is clearly not pumping like it's supposed to be, but all right, so I don't know if you can see up in there or not, but nice new battery cable has been attached. Since I was just kind of tired of fighting with that one. And I'm thinking, let's see if I can get you a nice view of these injectors here. And I'm going to power on our remotely powered, wait a minute, electric. Okay, so we have the electric fuel pump on. We have not hit glow plugs. So give you a pretty good view of that. I'm gonna go climb up on the other side. We're gonna see if we can get this bad boy to spit some diesel. By the way, I'm gonna bet this thing cranks over a lot better. Okay, so I got diesel shooting out this injector. I got diesel dripping out of here. Looks like I got, yeah, that one's nice and wet too. So I'm gonna put these back on. So we're gonna give this, kind of making sure I got this off, so if this baby does start, I can either choke off the air or slam the solenoid down on it. Alright, well we got diesel squirting out of every injector here, so. You are. So we're gonna give this just an attempt. I'm just jumpering these glow plugs here for 30 seconds or so. I haven't put a voltmeter on them to see if they're all working, but I'm just putting 12 volts to them. Kind of the whole purpose here, remember, is just to see if we can get anything to run at all. I mean, no idea how many years it's been since this thing started in any way, shape, or form, but we will figure it out. What do you think? It's been 30 seconds? Yeah, all right. So, I mean, all kidding aside, it's got fuel. Let's see if this thing wants to give us some spark. Alright, well, it's certainly given us some puffs out the exhaust pipe. Hit her with a little bit of starting fluid. Fuel pump is running. So, like I said, no idea. This is going to take some work probably, but it's kind of close. All right, so here's the deal. We are going to shut the fuel pump off, hit the fuel shut off, and just crank this thing over. My theory is that this cylinders are full of fuel, which is why I'm getting this crazy profuse amount of black smoke. So we're gonna see if we can get it to fire. That's done. Just give it a squirt of ether. No glow plugs. So it's not what I expected out of there. So what I'm gonna do here, quite frankly, I'm going to pull one of these glow plugs out of here, turn it over a couple times, and just see what comes singing out. Okay, so apparently, taking this bad boy off. fixing to be a pain. I had a pair. Oh, yeah, there. What's the matter? There's what? Peaches. There's a peach. Peaches. How many peaches?
Daddy, they're sweet.
Are they ripe?
Not yet, but they're getting there. I'm sure it's fun.
I knew there was one, but I kind of expected it to be. I expected it to be dead and gone by now. All right. I don't know if you can see that, but that guy is pretty wet. So I pulled the first injector out of there, but I'm gonna pull these two out and just turn the fuel off and run this thing over a couple times. I have this theory, because I'm getting so much black smoke, that I think these holes specifically this one. See, that one's kind of dry, but kind of go from this side this time. See if I can get you a better look at what's going on. But I'm actually kind of thinking these holes are pretty full of diesel. So I'm gonna come across to here. I'm gonna hook up my hot wired fuel cutoff. Come on. There we go. Alright, fuel cutoff is off. Fuel pump is off. And we're gonna give this thing a healthy crank. Alright, so we're definitely like atomizing some fuel out of that middle cylinder. I don't know if I got the camera lens or not. It looks like not, but I don't know if you can see that, but my hand is coming up soaking wet with diesel fuel, so I'm kind of a solid favor here, and I think I'm gonna let that bad boy just sit overnight and try to, I don't know, I mean, try to blast some diesel out of that thing. I'm gonna crank it over a few times and then I'm just gonna let it sit and air out. But that's what I think. I think one of the cylinders is full of diesel. I think when I was cranking it over slow, I was just dumping a bunch of juice in it. So I left those glow plugs off last night in an effort to kind of let them cylinders dry out. And while you probably can't tell right now, the weather person lied to me. So I'm gonna give these a little crank over and see how much water we're blowing out of there. Actually, we're blowing a lot of diesel out, and I don't know why. But I'm gonna kind of screw them glow plugs back in and just try to crank this over. Just kind of let you guys see what I'm doing here, but we're going to be super cautious to not cross thread these bad boys in there, because that will be what you call bad. Oh, I'll tell you what, I know why fuel was squirting there. I do not have that fuel shut off, do I? No, I do not. Bad move on my part. So, I'm gonna set you right back here. And let's give this fuel pump a jiggle. Grab a little bit shorter wrench because I'm occasionally arcing out my jumper. Normally I would hit the glow plugs, but because there's so much fuel in there, alright, still no joy here. What's going on? Give it a little huff of starter fluid. She's smoking, she's getting too much fuel. It wants to go so bad, you can tell. We'll try one more time and then we're gonna give it a break so we don't melt this starter. do you think? Just another little whiff of the old starting fluid. I'm gonna try. Man, this thing is so close to going, you can hear it wanting to just jump, huh? Yeah! Boy, that's frustrating. All right, I'm gonna do some deep thinking. Neither one of you are helping me at all. Just sitting there staring at me being frustrated. And you, sir, are giving me a hard time. So, you know, gotta tell you, I don't normally do the close-up face selfies. So that's kind of funny, playing with the camera a little bit. So anyways, these two assistant mechanics are letting me down on this job site. Okay, all right, as you can see, I have hooked, I guess you can't see until I move it so you can see, but I have hooked the glow plugs back up, and I am now, my fuel, my problem is I think I'm just getting too much fuel, but so I've been reluctant to hit the glow plugs. However, in the absence of any other great ideas, I'm gonna jumper these bad boys. See, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 6, 1007, 10, 1011, 12, 1013, 1014, 1050. All right. Come on, baby. Gum, you thing. You are so close. I'm getting a little suspicious that we don't have enough compression here, but even without compression, it should run. Run like crap, but it should run. Full disclosure, I'm not a diesel mechanic. I mean, part of the reason I do these is because I get frustrated the same as everybody else does. Like, why ain't it working? So hopefully you get to share that with me and celebrate when it works, and equally be as frustrated when it doesn't. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005. Can you see how close it is? I mean, it's just kicking and sputtering. It just wants to be alive. One more try, and then we're gonna go do something else for a little while. All right, come on, little fella. Do her for me. know if you noticed, but our smoke turned from black to white to black right there, and I'm not quite sure what that was. All right, we're gonna give this another about 5-second crank, and then we're done. All right. Starter's getting really hot, so I need to knock it off. It wants to go pretty bad though, I can tell.